So what if you have a little bit of mouse droppings on the
real.
meat?
Who cares?
That's why I get 13 eggs.
A baker's dozen.
They sell eggs in a bag.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Sickler!
Sickler, Ryan
All right.
Sickler. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the new setup. But
This
it's
is great.
Old show
How are you,
for
buddy?
you.
I'm great.
I like that hair.
Thanks, man.
This is a good time in Ryan Sickler. I know you've been through it a little
It's
bit.
not a good time, actually.
Well, but it is.
one of the
You're
hardest
com-
goddamn
You're
years.
coming out of the other side of it. This is a great year for you.
It's not a great year.
Everything's been awesome.
Statistically, I'm batting 162 right now, okay?
Yeah, but everyone comes out of a slump.
I do
Trying to-
lead the majors in bunt singles.
In hit by pitches.
Yeah,
You're the Don Baylor of comedy.
that dude used to get hit in the dugout. You ever see it? It didn't matter where he was. A foul ball coming, he'd be like, God damn, hit Don again.
That dude got hit in the during the national anthem. And nobody has a ball at
You have
that.
to remember, too, statistically, if 1 million people play baseball, one of them is going to be the guy that's been hit the most by the ball.
And
that's
he's the guy.
Unfortunately, Don
He's
Baylor.
the guy. Got a big old butt. Anyway, no, it's
Pleasure
been
to be here as always, gentlemen.
rough
Thank
year for you,
very much.
but special out, and I love it so much, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, you're only
later.
going up.
You're only going up. This is like-
Yeah, I laid on my back
well,
for a month.
I mean,
You were in a
You're
hole
only-
in a basement.
you were down
Daniel
low.
Van Kirk was there.
But your podcast is beautiful and wonderful. All
Thank
good
you.
things going with that. The
Yes,
success
please
of that.
subscribe to the Honeydew podcast. Please watch my special Lefty Son, available on YouTube now, free. All that stuff.
We'll get to all of it because
All
there's
right.
praise coming your way.
Thanks.
This is Dumb People Town. You know how this works, although it works a little differently from the last time you've done it. Dan's got a story, Jay's got a story, then I have a story.
yeah.
We all sort of work it that way. It's stupid behavior. We try and break down and understand why people act the way they do and try and fight it with comedy. Daniel, who's got the first story?
I do.
All right,
I
Daniel.
also have allergies, so bear with me.
We're bearing
Constant listener. This was sent in by Kyle Andrews at Late Night Nachos.
Love that.
a
That
great
great
handle.
name. At Late Night Nachos. Everyone's excited to see him.
Woman finds snake inside popcorn bag at grocery store.
Isn't this a
Who's-
scene from, speaking
Oh.
of Baltimore?
Yeah. Is this
From what?
No, from Diner. Well, that he had something else. It was one eye. It was a
Diner's
snake.
a great movie.
One eye Willie.
One eye Willie.
Yeah,
up,
Will.
up
That's
a different
through the
movie,
bottom
too.
of the.
Yeah,
Of
that's something you can't do in a movie anymore.
Anymore.
Not too far. Oh, you're talking about the popcorn?
So she found a snake in her popcorn.
Yeah, at the grocery
At
store.
the store.
At the
Yeah,
store.
at the store.
Do we know what kind of snake?
Hold on, though. How much of a complaint do you have if you haven't bought it yet?
Right.
Yeah.
Who are you complaining
Like
to?
in that case, you're just it's the same as being like, hey, someone dropped a jar of tomatoes in aisle 4.
What,
Like
was
it's
it?
not.
Was it a?
Nobody's done anything to you.
Is the
You're
bag
just
of Smart Pop wiggling? What's happening?
you guys have all done Garrett's, right?
No.
Done what?
Garrett's popcorn in Chicago.
No.
I know you guys are nuts on Clark.
I'm a
guys, but
nuts on Clark
you
guy. I
shouldn't
know
be.
it's.
I mean, they're
wrong.
fine. They're great.
They're
but,
fine.
oh my
What's
God.
Garrett's?
Garrett?
What's Garrett's?
There are people going to come after you saying
What's
Garrett's.
Garrett's?
No, it's just
What's
we don't know.
Malort?
I know. I'm not coming after you.
Why are you coming after us?
Wait, I don't.
Garrett's popcorn. Oh,
Do
the
I-
Chicago
do you want-
mix. It's half caramel, half cheese.
Oh, that's
So good.
nice. I like
Here, I'm
that.
gonna. Dan,
That big Christmas tin you open up and it's got
the divider.
Yeah.
the divider.
Yeah,
You take that divider out.
three of them.
right out. Just
Take it out.
around.
And you're gonna. Dan, I'm gonna now piss everybody off from Chicago a little bit more,
Why?
just because I'm from St. Louis. I won't get into Garrett's until it's shown on the series The Bear. That's when I'll be interested.
I
in it.
bet it does show up.
I bet it does show.
I just hung out with some people from that cast. Everybody was awesome.
Was nice.
Yeah, and Rami was directing some of their episodes. They were all great.
Great.
Okay. Kenbridge, Virginia. It's not too far, right?
Not too far. Where's Cambridge? You know where that
I mean,
is?
Nope.
relatively
idea.
speaking.
Okay.
Not near Balmer.
Trip to a grocery store turned into a nightmare for a woman in
Leave. Don't buy it and leave.
Lunenburg County, Virginia. Kimberly Slaughter.
Come on now.
Taking the.
It's a bloodbath.
You're either
It's-
pro wrestling or you're doing that
You
roller
brought
derby.
that snake.
Kimberly
Kimberly Slaughter
Slaughter.
brought the snake.
I'm gonna salute her.
I'm calling it right now.
Sergeant,
She's
Corporal.
got 9 pet snakes at home, and she brought one.
She's like,
"I'll
I
show you
need,
what
I
we're
need,
gonna
to,
do."
I need to bring me a lawsuit.
I need some
kid.
free shit.
Mama needs some new drapes.
I'm gonna duck this here. We gonna get a free tombstone.
We're gonna get
That's all you get.
a tombstone pizza. One tombstone.
Yeah, one.
You get one.
A cheese one too, no toppings.
Gonna roll that into the old.
But you're
car.
right though. If you see a snake in a bag, the move
Is
buy it, take it outside, then have the shit fit. You're right. You have no argument if it's still in the store.
You're just
It's
letting
not-
them know.
It's not your.
You're just
in your
helping with
possession.
quality.
You're just
Nothing
making a
happens to
citizen's
you.
arrest.
You're just QCing over
To
there
me,
at
it's like
Alphabet.
if you ever pack your cart full of stuff and then walk to another aisle just because for some reason your brain snaps and you're like, I'm just going to leave everything here. As long as none of your stuff is in it. If someone takes that, you can't be mad. I mean, they did take your time, the amount of time
that's
away.
all they took.
That's all they took. But like, that's not yours. It
Right.
still belongs to the store.
You have not paid.
This is why
So,
people
again-
die on Black Friday because it's all in the store. Anyway, Kimberly Sargent Slaughter dropped.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Somebody had to have said
Someone
that to
had
her,
to,
right?
Yep.
All the
That's
time.
her name on the bowling league.
That's
Yeah.
the name. That's the snake's name. Sergeant Slaughter.
And
it's
you know,
her pet.
And
I'm
you know,
positive of
there are
it.
people in her life who just salute her.
for sure.
Thank
Kimberly
you for
Slaughter
your service.
dropped by Shoppers Value. Already sounds. It's like apartment complexes that are like Sunset Breeze, and you're like, this is gonna people
Morningside
only,
Heights.
People only
Probably
deal
there.
drugs.
Cadbury,
Like, it's like the nicer
Cadbury
the
Arms.
Canterbury Arms.
I have to say this though, moving to California, where I grew up in Maryland, we had Giant.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had Safeway.
Yes. Sure.
We had A&P.
Okay.
And you get out here, and the major chain is something called Ralph's.
Ralph's.
It's just until you get used to it, you're like,
A euphemism for throwing up is the name of where I'm going to go buy
That's
my
what
food.
we went with.
In
Like,
St.
it's-
Louis, we had one called Schnucks.
Nah,
Schnucks sounds like they're trying to get you.
Yeah.
You got
Schnooked
schnooked.
him. He schnooked him in the back.
You got schnooked, bitch.
Rochelle, we had Eagles, Sullivan's, and Aldi's, and then Walmart.
Aldi's, that's
Walmart killed them all
Yeah,
except
Walmart.
Aldi's. Aldi's is still
So,
You talking about the stocking store?
we used to do a bit about here in LA. There's Vaughn's, VONS,
thing,
good
your-
produce,
Yeah, your deal.
and then there's John's, JONS, where they have a triangle in the J to make it look like a V.
Way
Yeah.
lower rent is
You're
John's.
right,
You want
way.
people just driving by like, we need some milk. I'm just going to stop off at this Vaughn's over here. And I just look quickly. There's no need to check a second time. I'm sure they're not trying to mess with us.
And none of us talk about Smart and Final. we all know about it. We've all been in one a few times.
Smart and Final is where you go when you want to clean the bathtub after
Listen,
you've
I'll
murdered
be
someone.
honest too. When I used to live
a lot
here, I
of
lived
acid.
deep in the valley, and I'm not ashamed to say I shopped at Food for Less.
Food
Food for less.
I've done a food
big
for
deal.
less.
Food.
Yes.
With the
They don't
giant
even have the
four.
money to spell out 4.
It's like
It's got to be a number to
It's gotta be
save.
a number. I'm
To
like,
save
wait,
on
I'm
2
sorry,
letters.
are
Three
you-
letters.
Are you texting?
Oh, you are, bro. It's only in 4,
Yeah,
right?
It's like we only have enough money for one character.
Okay, so she's Sergeant Slaughter. She was in the Shoppers Value in Cambridge to pick up a few groceries when she noticed what she believed were mouse droppings on a packaged bag of popcorn.
So,
Leave it there.
Again.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
There is no need.
You are engaging with
the way,
the problem.
mouse
Wait, there's
dropping-
a scary sound coming from inside the house. I
Let's
better
check
open
it.
the door and
Right.
keep going
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
This is not an invitation for you to investigate further.
Let's go see how deep that hole is.
Also, who leans in and is like, looks like mouse drop.
Let me taste it just to see. Let me taste
Taste that.
Could be a chocolate chip.
You never know. It's either a loose chocolate chip or a chocolate.
In which case, it's my lucky day.
or
Just peeking back there in the shelves, like, looks like
This is weird too. This is a quote. I was like, I'm not getting that bag. So I put it on the bottom shelf because there was already mouse poop covering the bottom shelves, which means you
don't
saw
work.
it. You go, I'm not getting it, but then you picked it up and then you
kicked
put it on.
under there with the rest of the
Yeah,
mouse
But I
shit.
also think did this used to be a pet store?
That would explain a lot.
Right? I mean, there's so much.
There's a
stuff.
goddamn guinea pig over
Reptiles
here.
in the back. That's exactly.
I'll
where-
put it right here next to the leashes.
And this bag of shavings.
Slaughter said there was sticky rodent traps on the bottom shelf as well. She then
Why would you shop there then?
Oh my god!
Why would you continue to
this
go
point,
back to that place?
go to a gas station.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Leave.
My cantaloupe is sticking on something here. I just
I don't know if this is a bit anybody's
There's a
ever
squirrel
done.
fucking my watermelon right over here. I was wondering if I could get a dip. I still want the watermelon.
I don't know if this has ever been done, but
superfood.
We can still
ever-
cut that off. I mean,
Have you ever walked into a gas station and they have baskets?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
basket.
what legally separated motherfucker is walking around this gas
And
station?
you know the story of the car wash over on Prospect here in Vermont.
Oh,
It's
of
my
course.
favorite
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
ever.
yeah,
You
yeah.
walk in and like most of the car washes is you're getting your car wash. They'll have like air freshener,
Greeting
like
cards.
floor mats, greeting cards.
yeah.
But this one like really expanded out. They're like, we have like Italian loafers and Chinese throwing stars and bongs.
I'm
like,
going there today.
I'm like, who is the person that like this is their one-stop shop? I need dress shoes. I need weapons that you can throw at people. I need bongs.
Well, Slaughter said there were sticky rodent traps on the bottom shelf. She then went to grab another bag of popcorn. At this point, you've seen
Mouse droppings,
another
traps.
shelf covered in poop.
And a reptile.
Well, no, we're about
Not
to.
yet.
Oh, we haven't seen
No,
the
no,
reptile.
She then went to grab another bag of popcorn, but noticed the bag had a small hole in the top right corner.
We'll definitely get that one.
That she cut herself.
Yeah. Put her snake
reached
in.
in.
As soon as I went to put the bag in my basket, why? You said
Why?
you noticed
We
it had a
noticed
hole
in it. Are you going to go up to the front and be like, "Can I get this for less?"
This is when someone
There's a lot of holes in this story. I'll tell you that right
is
now.
too
Sergeant
dumb to even
Slaughter.
know how to lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I took the whole. Yeah.
I mean, wait, no, I mean, that kind of
She
shit.
yeah.
As soon as I, as soon as
Well,
I
hang
put
on a second.
Hold
I
on
mean,
now.
What I say? What I say?
Wait, did I say I put the snake
When did I
in?
say I
No,
saw the
found
hole?
a snake in there.
Wait, when did I say I saw the hole? You tell me when I said it.
Did I kick the bag under the shelf with the mouse drops before or after I saw the hole?
What was on the table?
when did I say?
When did I say that part?
I'm already getting 2 tombstones. So if you want, like a third,
I've already put him in my cart.
Those are on the house.
This thing's deep. It's frosted over here. Let's wrap this shit up.
This thing is cooked.
also for the
right
record, anytime I'm ever at a grocery store and I see someone put frozen pizzas in their cart first, I'm like, moron.
Yeah.
That is last stop.
Frozen.
You walk around with frozen stuff for 20
But at
minutes.
Dan, at this
Ice
store,
cream.
this pizza has a bite out of it. I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got a lion bite.
She said with her mouth full of food.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? As soon as I put the bag in my
In the
basket
basket.
to take it up to the front because they can't sell it. The thing popped. So she said she put it in her
Basket.
to go show to
Show the
them
person in the
because
front.
they can't sell it.
they can't.
You
Also-
don't, ma'am. You don't work here.
You don't work for this place.
You can also say, "Hey, there's a hole in the bag. I left
Right.
it there. Can someone go deal with it?"
The thing popped out, and I was like, "This is a quote. Oh well, hi." That thing was a snake. Slaughter said she immediately pushed her grocery cart with the bag of popcorn and the snake inside to the front of the store to let an employee know about the issue. So you're not that freaked out.
No,
Right.
So we're going for a
snake
ride.
Why?
Popped out his thing because
'Cause
she
it's
put it
hers.
there.
It's her fucking snake.
She put
She's
it in
like,
there.
I ate a couple handfuls. I don't know why that's bad.
Oh, hey, you're not supposed to come out now.
Right.
Psst, get in there.
Quote, they're like, this doesn't ever happen here, she explained, but the bottom shelf has no merchandise on it because of the simple fact that mice get on it. While she was at the front of the store,
Mice
Slaughter said the
on
snake crawled out of the bag down the side of the shopping cart before returning to the popcorn bag. Which means the snake was like, I'm going back home.
Snake.
Wait, it went down the leg of the
knows
thing,
where I'll
and then
pour
it
it.
came
And
right
go
back up.
and went into the popcorn bag.
Hey, that snake knows where its popcorn is buttered.
That's a
Slaughter said it was the full length of the cart. It had prime real estate, though.
Hold on. How big was the popcorn?
I mean,
bag
are we
then?
talking about a big bag of
Must have
smart
got that
food?
big jumbo.
Yeah,
that
with
big
the little
jumbo.
twist off on the end.
Twist at the top. Yeah. Top.
Oh, like a giant one.
Yeah.
The kind that you just like drag around the house
Like
with
you
you.
can get a free
clear.
Dodger flag with it, a pennant or some shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? It's
According to
a kid.
Slaughter, an
A couple of
employee
free Swiffers.
Drag that popcorn over here. I'm going to take a bath.
Drag it over here.
According to Slaughter, an employee removed the snake from the store. I have a baby, and he is just starting to walk. So imagine if he was a little bit older, or if my niece had gone in and been like, hey, I want some popcorn, and grabbed that bag, and it bit her. It's not... There's so many ifs in there.
There's so many ifs.
So many, like, imagine if my grandma hadn't died 10 years ago, and today was
She
my
would-
day to take her out to lunch, but the lunch place was
closed,
closed. So we came in
and-
here because she loves popcorn and she has diabetes.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
we all can imagine it. It's never happening.
Did that happen?
No.
My kid's learning to walk, but imagine 15 years from now when he's 16 years old, if he came in here, like,
It's
stop,
not
man.
15 years from now, man.
Stop.
It was a full length.
He's driving now, man.
Right.
He's driving now, not walking.
Script station
a face
WTVR reached out to the store manager, Brian Stanley. He's put his 2 weeks in. guaranteed.
Classic.
He just fucking quit.
He's done.
He said that the reptile was a small black snake. We have no idea where it came from, he said. We are investigating and trying to find out where it came from, but we have no other indication that there could have been any others.
We are going to go on this woman's Instagram to see if she has any pictures of
Yeah.
her.
She's got
She's got
Usually,
dead
these,
snakes.
usually these snake people do have
Her
pictures.
her handle is the Snake Lady,
Yeah.
Or it's Sergeant Slaughter.
aka Medusa McGee.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like in her hair.
Slaughter's House of Snakes.
Yeah.
We have no idea where it came from. We're trying to investigate and find where it came from. We have no indication there could be any others. When asked about the rodent droppings and traps, Stanley said he wasn't aware of any mouse traps at the store at the time because he wasn't there. That's a good.
Such a good.
Right.
You know those mouse traps have been there for 6 months? I am not aware of
I'm
those.
not aware of that.
I was not anywhere near
Were you
those.
there? Not
no,
today.
I was
I
not.
know.
Not today. No, we're asking for the entire 6
Yeah, I
months.
wasn't
Well,
there
no, then he's like, this is what happens. Like, for the entire 6 months, we're asking you were there. Well, I don't have my schedule on me. You were there, though, at some point.
Right.
in that
I was
6
not there
months.
I
today.
wasn't there today.
He said that we use mouse traps sporadically when we have a need for them, so not just for fun,
Well, can you?
So he's admitting it's definitely mouse.
but more so for prevention.
You know, we like to be preemptive.
we do.
At what's the grocery store called?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A snake is a. Thank you, Aaron.
That was the
a snake is a good mouse
Snake is
trap.
the best mousetrap.
They could have gotten
It's a
rid of
moving
it.
mouse
That's their
trap.
best
She's
defense.
like, that's why I put it in there. I mean,
That's why.
I mean,
it's
come on,
lucky.
Sergeant Slaughter, let's get out of here.
I haven't seen any traps, but I mean, I put.
Come
this,
on, Jimmy Snooker.
I put this.
Slaughter said she
Come on,
plans.
Leaping Lanny Poffo,
Leaving Lanny Papos.
the poet laureate.
Slaughter said she plans to report the incident to the Virginia Department of Health,
Thank
to which
God.
I'm sure they're going to go, fine.
They're like, okay.
You're shopping at a whatever this place is.
Did anything happen? Did you get bit? No,
No.
but I could have.
Right.
Did your son get bit? I could have.
I could have.
All right, what do you
We all
want? You
could have.
fucked this lawsuit all
Right.
up.
I
lady.
tried.
You had a lawsuit.
I tried.
I tried.
Yep.
I tried
you just
to.
let this
Did the
fucking
snake attack
lawsuit
you?
slide
No,
right out
I
of your
more
hands.
kidnapped the snake and took it to the front.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
so
did.
you engaged more with the snake than it engaged with you?
Right.
Yes. She goes on to say this, Sergeant Slaughter. She doesn't want the store to shut down for good because it's one of the only places to purchase groceries in the small town. Then don't
make a
do
big
any
deal
of
of
it.
it.
Cut these
Don't call
motherfuckers some
Channel
slack.
Yes,
news,
you're
bitch.
making it worse.
We'll get out of here on this. Based on 355 Google reviews, what do you think is the 5-star rating for Shoppers Value in
man.
Cambridge?
Shoppers
Virginia?
value. What do you think?
Right?
I'm going 2.5.
2.5 stars,
Yeah.
hon. I'm gonna go 3.75.
Yeah, it's the only place in town to get the
355
people.
reviews.
They don't know any better.
I
or
love
worse.
that store. Mouse trappings and all.
Right.
I'm gonna do 4 stars.
4 stars?
Yeah.
End of story 1. Shoppers Value on Google has a review rating of 4.2.
Get
I knew. They don't
It's
know.
good prices.
So what if you have a little bit of mouse droppings
Yeah,
on
for
the
real.
meat?
Who cares?
I get 13 eggs.
A baker's dozen.
They sell eggs in a bag. They sell eggs
in a bag.
Eggs in a bag. You know?
Eggs in a bag.
We got eggs in a bag, and that's how we do it here at Shoppers Value. Well,
Yeah,
that-
you're buying 24, but when you get home, there's going to be at least 18 of them. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
it's a crapshoot. All right, so that's first story down the books. We come back, talk about Ryan's new special, which is out, and it is so funny. We've all seen it. We love it. You will love it too. We'll talk about that and other dates and other stuff we have going on right after this.
Boom.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Ryan Sickler is our guest. His new special is fantastic. Shot
Lefty
at the
Son,
Dynasty
baby.
Typewriter.
Dynasty, yes.
Lefty Son. You can see that, and you're selling that merch, aren't you? That's a great looking sweatshirt.
I wasn't. I literally made this because I took a page out of Ari's book, just because we all get chit chatty and sometimes you forget to say it and everything, so it's right there.
There it
That's
is.
why I did it. But then a lot of people hit me up and was like, "Will you please fucking sell it?" And I was like,
Sell it. It's great.
I am selling it, but I just also I'm like, unless you're literally Lefty's son, what the fuck are you gonna wear this for? This is factual. That's
No,
all
it's
this is.
great. But it's cool.
Maybe your
It's like-
dad's or mom's left-handed.
I think you should also do.
Think about the moms being left.
I think you should
Steve
also.
Carlton's niece.
I think you should also do a Jesus airbrush of you on
Like the
stage.
tailgate?
Jesus tailgate airbrush.
like that.
Wouldn't that have you on stage from that thing? People would buy that and put that on their car.
or weed on the front, alcohol on the back.
No alcohol. You don't need that.
I know what I'm saying.
How'd you feel about how it's been out now as of when we're recording this? Now this is going to drop in the middle of May, but as we're recording this now,
Been out for a month.
a month. Yeah.
it's up near 600,000, 600,000 views, which is amazing. You
Look,
got to be happy and proud of that.
I'm very happy and proud of it. I was able, luckily, DVK came and opened up.
Yeah.
He did the back announce.
He did the back announce. He brings me out on stage as well. Yep. And I don't know. I'm lucky I got it done in December because then all the health shit happened in January, and I'm literally in a hospital making notes because I directed this thing myself. I produced it. My good friend Sam Vollen did so much with it in post-production and production as well. And you mentioned the Dynasty, such a great place.
Love
Jamie
those
Clam
guys.
and those guys are the shit.
Great.
Yep.
I was really stoked to shoot it there because I've always liked the first time I went there
looked
was
and
for
sounded
your
beautiful.
Tag It show.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had you on
First time
that
I
show.
performed there, and
You're
I
amazing.
love the theater. And so when I was looking, I hit Jamie up, and he's like, you know, let's do a middle of the week. And I was like, I want to do it in December. I was nervous about being
Sure.
Christmas, but sold both shows out. They were
great.
fucking awesome. I really love how it turned out, and yeah, go watch it.
This is how you support. We say this over and over again.
These free specials are not free.
They're not free to make, but also they are free for you to consume. And it is a chance for people who've created their own jet stream and are flying through that to reach out to more and more
You
people.
could see the power of the honeydew behind that too. You know, you built your podcast into such a fantastic juggernaut. And if you guys don't know his podcast, The Honeydew, people come on and tell stories of basically like the worst moments of their lives.
Most embarrassing.
I like them low.
I like the low light.
You like the lowlights, and they're so funny because people are so vulnerable in those moments. You're so kind to them, but at the same time, it's like, how can you not make fun? You asking questions about why it's basically people's own dumb people town.
Yeah.
There was a clip from your show where some guy was talking about everyone bullied him or called him gay. And you
That
were
was my
like,
Patreon.
Right. And you were like, so when did you come out of the closet? And he was like, I'm not gay.
He's like a great
I'm like,
moment.
wait, so you were openly out of that
closet?
age? He's like, Ryan, I'm not even gay. And I just lost
I mean, it is, but it's so fun. Your curiosity and your ability to sort of
But then
handle
it
these
comes,
stories.
that comes through, it like goes hand in hand in the stand-up too. You feel it in the same energy.
Yeah,
as in both.
you've
Thank you,
basically
guys.
created this lane for you that you're doing this. That's perfect, and it's so you as well, which I love. You're engendering your own audience, and I could feel it in the people who showed up to watch your special. I'm sure all your fans of the Honeydew freaking love this special.
Yeah, it's been very well received. You know, you look at things like likes and comments
Sure.
and all that stuff, and it's overwhelming. Like, it looks like I paid people to say nice things. Like, it's, you know, because then they tell you got to get in the comment, which I had never done before. Get in the comments, so get in and engage, because that pushes it out in the algorithm.
Sure,
I'm like, Jesus Christ. So now I got to read the comments of people shitting on me, but it was 50-1.
Yeah,
every
dude.
time. And I was
So-
like,
and you know you're going to
this is
have the
not that
one. By the
bad.
way, knowing that there's the one makes you love the 50 more.
Yeah.
And by the way, having done the Honeydew and all that other stuff, it's like you're going to get your own great stories.
Yeah,
out of
and
this
also
coming.
these fucking slams are nothing compared to the shit we've heard and talked about. So I'm like,
100%.
unbelievable.
you know, give me a meh, You know,
Yeah,
like,
give me a not my
whatever.
thing. You're like, all right, good. Thanks for watching. I'm not for everybody. So
yeah, it's it was fun and it was great to I'm lucky to be able to get that fucking thing out. I've said it on Santino's podcast, but I called Tom Segura and I started crying. I was like, he's like, is there anything I can do? And I was like, yeah. You could take my special and put it on your YouTube. Give my daughter all the money. Please, don't put it on my YouTube. Put it on your YouTube. He's like, you got it.
and he did.
No. Of course I lived, thank God.
lived.
But
I know,
if I didn't, I was like, it goes to your YouTube.
That's
Just put it
that's
on
what we're
yours.
willing people. Dude,
Dude,
you lived and
you
you're
lived.
here. I'm so happy you're
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
So again, Lefty Son, and subscribe to your YouTube page so that
Yeah.
And then you can
Honeydew,
see you
my
live where?
Patreon.
Where can people say it?
Just go to RyanSickler.com. I'm starting my tour at the end of May. I hit Fort Wayne first. I'm going to Tacoma in June, and then I'll be in, I believe it's Fort Wayne, Tacoma, and I can't even remember right now because one of them got rescheduled. But go to RyanSickler.com and tour's starting. It's called the Live and Alive Tour.
I love
Thank
it.
God you're alive.
Thank God.
guys.
For us, we're going to be, as this drops this weekend, we're going to be in Minneapolis at the Acme Comedy Company.
Great.
I love it. One of my favorite comedy clubs. Haven't been there in a while. Since
sell 'em out.
2019. Let's sell all these shows out. I really want to. It's great comedy town. Love this new hour that we're doing. So that's this weekend. And then we'll be at Cobb's Comedy Club at the end of July. We're going to be in Ann Arbor at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. We're going to be at the in September, Comedy Fort in October, in Springfield in November, and we're going to add some more dates. So you do it supersklars.com for that. And Daniel?
I have dates are about to be announced at danielvankirk.com. Otherwise, if you haven't already, check out the Patreon. We do your dumb news stories from your own life, and they're just fun. It's a good hang. Plus, also we do things like stuff we want to talk about in our own life, maybe even a little like food or drink challenges, and Greenleys as well.
Oh, it's all there, and we've brought it all down to one level.
Yeah, it's all $5.
It's $5. Jump on that.
Appleton,
train.
Wisconsin in July. That's where
There it is.
That's what it
Where I
was.
bought my
Jay,
first
let's jump
call.
into this.
Okay, here we go. This was sent in by Eric James Hiltner. Of course, we are.
I'm a member of the Hiltner
I'm a
Honors.
Hiltner Honors member.
He's been around for a long time.
He's been doing that's at EJH3 spelled out THREEK. Here's the headline: Woman removed from multiple attractions at theme park as breasts cause safety hazard. Wow. For other people?
so
That's
small.
my question. For her or
for other people?
So, I mean, her breast might be
I'm
so big. Was
guessing
she removed from multiple ones at once?
I'm guessing they can't close the.
Dan, you might be right.
Right?
Dan.
What do you think?
One of the let's get into it. One of
Do you
the
know there's
world's
an entire real quick? Do you know there's an entire thing of like a TikTok of just people in like slingshots.
the slingshot thing.
Yeah.
Who,
Yes,
who
yes.
pass
Screaming and pass out and wake up again and
Yes,
then pass out.
there's
again.
is those, and then it's just women in low cut shirts doing it too, and they just go back and forth between people passing out
And
and,
then women.
low key weird like
like
creeper
creepy,
porn.
lecherous porn. Yeah, sure.
I love it. This is one of those.
Ryan's like, what is that?
Send me that link.
How do I get on that algorithm?
One of the world's most well-known theme parks is once again under fire for not being completely accessible for all types of guests. And this time, the paying visitor was left completely, quote-unquote, mortified when the team member brought up her chest in front of lines of other people.
So were they mortified or were they not?
Oh,
yeah,
I think
she was mortified.
She's probably like, this never happens at the Renaissance Fair.
no.
This didn't happen in the red light district.
This didn't happen at the wet T-shirt contest I was participating in last
Yes,
night.
the guest breast caused...
everybody at Hooters about this.
Yeah, they didn't mention anything. The guest breast caused a safety hazard at the theme park, leaving her unable to ride multiple attractions. Of course, theme parks worldwide have numerous health and safety measures and protocols.
Does it say,
in
have we
place.
said what theme park this is?
I wanna
They're
know
not
what it is.
saying it.
I'm thinking Hershey.
Oh, yeah,
Park,
they'll
guys.
say it.
Yeah,
Cedar
Hershey
Point.
Park.
I'm thinking
Cedar
Hershey
Point.
Park.
Cedar Point,
Cedar Point.
Hershey
yeah.
Park.
No, what's the one in Jersey that had the Netflix special?
Oh, Action Park.
Yeah.
Oh, they would have let her on.
Class.
Right,
They don't
they'd be
give
like,
a
"You're fine."
shit.
Class
You
Action
face
Park.
it, and we'll click you in that
Yeah,
way.
you don't need it. You don't.
If you hold these things down, you just hold it
tight.
down the whole time.
It'll work if you hold
Just hold it.
Turn her around.
it. Just hold it.
However, the guests visiting Alton Towers competitor Thorpe Park Resort.
Where the hell's that?
I'm going to say that's in England.
Wait, hold it.
Alton Towers.
Competitor.
Alton Towers sounds like the theme park that was created by the TV show Fawlty Towers.
100%.
John Cleese owns Alton
It is in the
Towers.
United Kingdom. Did not anticipate that her breast would make her unable to ride multiple rides at the leisure destination.
I am only for educational purposes. Do you have a picture of this person?
Oh yeah, there will be. Well, I'll
I have
show
a
you.
question.
Yeah.
Because it's important, and maybe it's in there, so you don't have to answer. But are they her natural breasts or are they fake titties?
Yeah, hold on. I feel like they're 100% natural.
If
I
they're
would
nat-
agree, but if they're natural, you gotta figure out how to let this lady enjoy the rides.
If
they're
she
big,
But if it
made
doesn't-
them,
if it
but
doesn't-
if it's not able to come down, just like if someone is too big, too wide to ride the ride, they can't get on. It's
you
just-
gotta lift
Jay, you're
them
siding
up,
with Thorpe Park.
lay them over.
I've
Why
always
don't we push these two to the side real quick? You tuck
lay
one under
them
each
over,
arm.
lay them over,
Lay
pick
them
them
over
up.
the-
Over the top.
Over the top. Yeah.
Over
the top so she can get her kid back?
She turns her hat around.
No.
backwards to
She
get
turns her
titties
tits
in.
around backward. That's so she can get her kid back.
I'm telling you, you face the seat, you pull your tits in hard, and they click
Truthfully,
you that
I
way.
feel I want this woman to. What if she's like a coaster fan? I want her to enjoy it.
Speaking to the Sun, Ellie Scott, and I'm not going to tell you how old she is. We'll guess later.
35.
Reported that her size, what breasts?
Okay.
What size are these?
I'm gonna go. I'll go triple J.
What size? What? You have to give a number first.
What? Oh, like her.
I'm gonna go 48 double D.
I'm gonna go 46 triple J.
46 and 48. So I'm gonna go 44. Triple F.
Ready?
Yeah.
Get your answers in, Townie. Shout at your ham radios.
She's a B cup.
Size 38E.
That's not even that bad.
Is that big?
No,
Cause
Not
her-
as
I mean,
big
it's
as
very
what we
large.
were saying.
It's a large
Isn't
breast. And
34
who better than the four of us?
Than the
to
four of
know
us to talk
exactly.
about breasts. Like we're
No, but
completely
that's a
unqualified
large.
here.
That's a large breast. But I guess it speaks more to the ride.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, it's caused her visit to Thorpe Park, found in Surrey, England, to become completely unenjoyable, causing a state of embarrassment and relatively
Well, from whose perspective?
unused. How expensive was the ticket?
I think she should be able to. She should have to get
She
a
should
payback.
get some of her money back.
120
Dollars or
pounds.
at
At
least
least a
dollars.
free- at least
Let's
a
do
free
dollars.
tombstone.
Dollars.
I'll do the dollar amount.
$199.
$199.
186.
186.
$48.
$48. Get your answers in. $230.
Wow.
Expensive ticket to not be able.
Is that a
to
hopper?
titties
Hold
on
on.
the
Is that a
ride.
hopper?
It's a park hopper.
So this is a court. This is her experience.
that includes
That fast pass? We got fast pass on that?
You get the water park with that.
You can get on the water ride.
She can get on the water
Yeah, no
rides.
problem.
That is encouraged by the.
She went on Silicon Mountain. Cara Elliott was allowed to board the Swarm, Stealth, and Nemesis, but had to get off each ride because the safety restraints would not click into place.
Which also is super annoying because she waited in that line.
She waited in the whole line.
Because, you know,
and then-
sometimes they have at the very beginning, they have like sit in here and if it were, or the height things. Before you go all the way, you can
I've
see.
never seen us sit in.
I
here.
have. Yeah.
You
Sit
mean
in
like
here.
check
It'll
your
have-
fucking
it-
throw your carry on in that thing right now? If
Yes.
it doesn't fit, you don't get
Yes,
on.
That's right.
They have those at
I've never
Gurney,
seen that.
Sit
Six
in.
Flags.
Great idea.
Six Flags has them. You
Dan,
get,
I've
you sit
never
down and
seen
it'll,
it.
yeah,
Never
100%.
seen it.
Okay. Well, so
Disney might do it too.
Ellie, who has visited 40 theme parks before without issue, was told in front of Cures, "Your chest is too big." Everyone was staring
That's
at me.
not the way
I
to
was
say it.
mortified.
That is, but still,
That's not the way to say it.
ma'am. I mean, I
But,
would
but
not.
are we really going to stake an entire theme park's reputation on the guy who's running the ride?
Right.
This guy
Right.
is lucky to be out of rehab. This guy is lucky to be on out. Not like
lucky to be in
He's lucky
rehab.
to be in rehab. He is lucky. Like we're just lucky he's not whipping out his dick and peeing everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's getting paid like $13 an hour.
$13 an hour.
Maybe.
He's self-cutting in the booth as he's going through the thing.
Self-cutting
We
in
don't
the
know
booth,
what he's
right?
doing.
And yet he's saying your chest is too big, man.
Speaking the truth, which is honest.
He didn't have to say, and I personally prefer small breasts.
Yeah.
That he didn't have to add that.
He's part of the idiot.
That was
All
a
right.
little.
I don't know if they have underestimated boob sizes here. I'm a cup size E, but I don't think that's massive. I was wearing a normal black sweater, so I have no idea where the explanation came from. Her husband, Josh, was told by Thorpe Park employees to Bring someone else next time.
No.
Okay, now there you go.
Wow.
There you go. Bring someone else next time.
Now there's where the guy stepped across the
That's
line.
you stepped.
Wait, it's the same guy?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's one guy.
Again, the problem for the husband is he engaged in that conversation. He's like, well, who else should I bring? I mean,
Well, also, they could be leaving out the context.
This guy's
yes.
got a bandana in his pocket and a hip chain. He doesn't give a fuck.
okay.
He's like,
I'm-
listen,
like, he
you
could've
and your
said-
wife get your titties out of here. All right, guys, we all clicked in back there. All right, keep your hands inside at all times. Here we go.
let's go.
And then
Who's ready for the
See you in 2
nemesis?
and 2.
he goes to the Coke now.
Let's
Do that ride.
By the way, conspiracy theory is fully.
He
She
wanted
thinks
to-
her husband is having an affair. She told the park to not let her ride just so he could get to the
He's in
line.
on
You
it.
could bring someone else because he's so dumb. He'd be like who else?
Like who else
if
would
I
I
was dating someone.
There you go, man.
We are leaving out the possible context of him
Step
being
back, dude. Coming back in after this last loop right here.
Coming in hot, honey. I'll wait.
We could leave out the context of him possibly being an act. Like, he could have steered the conversation that way. Of
Yes.
like, he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I want to ride with my friend when I come here, and you're not letting my wife go. Then they go, well, then bring somebody else next time. If you have
Like
to
who?
ride with
Like
somebody-
who? Like who else should I bring? Who else should I bring? The woman you brought yesterday.
Answer
I
him.
thought you were working yesterday.
Answer
Bring
him,
somebody
Michael.
else's whose titties fit. Get your backpack, sunglasses, and gear on the side. We're not responsible for any lost items. Click it tight.
Let's
Keep
go.
your hands inside. Fire ya! Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole. You know, he's sending people out.
Do not raise your hands.
Can you Dolly pardon me
Don't
over
spit.
this way?
Watch your loose chain.
Hey.
Fire in the hole.
Let's light this candle.
Now this guy's still over here yelling out about his wife's titties while it's quiet there. It's just a track in there now. He's like, come on, man. I'm just trying to get. These are the 2 minutes I live for, bro. Get the fuck
This
out.
is my life.
This is my life. This
She
is my
can't
life.
ride on this thing.
is
We
my
lose
life.
one person, I got out of a job.
I sleep in a tent outside of a bank. You gonna take this out on me?
On park grounds.
The couple was refused.
Under this.
The couple was refused a refund for their tickets, but offered a chance to return to the theme park to reuse them at a later date.
What's the point?
How's that going to help? She still can't get on the rides.
Can't get on the ride.
Unless she gets a breast reduction.
Well, she's got some work to do.
She does.
Thorpe Park Resort from Merlin Entertainments promises infinite thrills and exhilarating experiences and has an
Infinite. You
extensive
cannot promise
attraction.
infinite thrills. Those are thrills that don't
Yeah.
ever stop.
She got. Oh yeah, she got. They got Walking Dead, The Ride, Darren Brown's Ghost Train. I love Who the
Darren-
hell is Darren Brown?
Brown's a
Darren
legend
Brown-
in England.
Gotta
You
be
don't know
some
about
sort
Darren
of,
Brown?
Was Darren Brown?
UK folk hero.
Did Darren Brown hit Rihanna?
Sawyer Brown's brother.
Rise of the Demon, Black Mirror Labyrinth,
Ooh, Black Mirror. Lab.
Flying Fish, The Rumba Rapids,
I gotta look.
There, she can get on that.
Water Ride,
Rumber Rapids are a
Go get her on the
I gotta
Rumble
look
Rapids.
this place up. What's
Nemesis,
it called? Thorpe Park.
Thorpe Park. Rumber
And-
Rapids.
Inferno, and UK's fastest roller coaster, Stealth, across 8 different territories such as
she
Angry
couldn't do
Birds
it.
Land,
Oh, yeah.
Lost City, Amity, original Amity Cave. The new roller coaster in Old Town under the name Project Exodus will open in 24. Get your breasts ready. Have you ever been
It
embarrassed?
does have a water park.
There you go.
There you go. That's shit. What I'm
Have
saying.
you-
Nice looking lazy river.
And then it says, have you ever been embarrassed by a theme park employee in front of others? Let us know. Comments below. I don't think any of us have.
I have.
Have you? Really?
100%.
How? What is
happened?
it? What happened?
I was in high school.
Yeah.
And back then they would have. Remember the shirts? You guys are old enough like me. They would be like, see Dick drink, see Dick fall
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah.
dick.
Don't be
They
a
would have
dick.
those
That's right.
shirts and
That's
stuff.
right.
And then they would have like Big Dog on the porch or whatever. Well, I was a fucking punk high
Right,
school
of
kid
course.
with no
And you-
parents at 17. I
Yeah.
had one of those on. I think it was 2 dogs. Like doggy style or whatever, just like big dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm in line for the Rebel Yell at King's Dominion, and they
It was the midnight hour.
they pulled me. They went on. They pull me aside and they tell me that my shirt is inappropriate and that if I don't turn inside out at the minimum, then I cannot ride the rides. And I have a huge argument with them about it, and they don't want to hear it, and they basically embarrassed me in front of everybody.
Wow.
Why wouldn't you just turn it inside out?
I mean, I did.
You did.
I did, but I was also 17.
Yeah,
Right.
Want to
You
hear
can't
from
tell
them.
me shit.
Right.
And don't you fuck, this is whatever it is, and I don't even know what amendment. But I'm going to yell at y'all, and I'm...
This is
Free
amendment.
speech.
But y'all you guys, man, the rebel yell goes backwards now, so I'm going to turn this inside out. I don't want to lose my place in line. That's how I got to it. As long as I'm next.
You
Yes.
got me.
I'm next.
You got
Yeah,
me.
I did. That was embarrassing.
That's crazy. I don't know that we've ever been embarrassed.
I got another one for you. I got another good
Yeah,
one.
let's
It's
hear
a
it.
carnival one. Can I share a carnival
Yeah,
one?
please.
Hell yes.
Honeydew.
Carnival, as we know, are just all run by meth addicts
Yes,
and everything
derelicts.
else. Like
That's how they put it up so fast and break
great
it down.
teeth. They all
Great
worry
teeth.
about their teeth.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything else is nothing. So at the time, I lived near open field in Sherman Oaks, where they were having one of those carnivals that'll come by for a
Put
week.
it up. Bring it down.
And two of my friends, they live up the block and they want to go. And they're like, will you come with us? They're both girls. And I go, yeah, I'll come with you, but I'm not riding the rides.
Nope.
I'm
I don't
not a
trust
kid
it.
anymore. Now I'm,
Worried.
I see it.
Yeah, you know what it is.
See
You
every-
see the
They're
wires.
like, they're going to go on it. I go, I wouldn't go on them.
You guys.
I go, these are fucking people that, they're carnies.
Yeah.
Some shit goes down tomorrow night.
They're gone.
That motherfucker is
Well,
not going
you
to
know
be
my
here.
rule.
He is.
I don't ride anything that folds into a truck.
Yep, or
Yeah,
you can
that's it.
tow. down
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
street.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
So they're like, we're still going to go. I'm like, do your thing. And I'm not kidding you. As we're walking up, okay, there's the swings right here.
Oh, God.
And right next to it's the zipper, the yellow cage
Yep.
that, go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're walking up, and I hear a fire truck and an ambulance go by. And I'm joking. I'm like, they're probably coming here. But they passed. They passed. But
It's a good one.
they fucking U-turn.
Oh,
Because they passed the carnival. And now they're coming across the grass. And I'm like, what the fuck? And as I look over, right here's the zipper. The one girl's already on. She's already she's already in there with that awkward seat. You're
Yeah.
tilting forward and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Just waiting for somebody to get in so they can just shut this cage and
Yeah.
fire.
And just send her off.
that awkward lead forward.
Yes, that like rocking forward.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry up, get in.
Get it? Yeah.
So just as my friend Christy's about to get in, she had a ponytail. I'll never forget this. I look over and there's a fucking woman laying flat, lifeless on the ground.
No.
Okay. And I yank Christy's ponytail and I go, look. And she's like, oh my God. And the fucking zipper guy, she's laying right here, and the guy at the zipper, you know what he's doing? 2 tickets. Let's go. Let's go. Let's load it up. 2 tickets. That's
Pay
what he's
no
doing. The whole time.
mind.
I'm like, are you? This lady's laying right. I'm
Pay
not,
no mind.
I'm not kidding. Okay.
Pay no mind to
They
the woman
go
without a
on
pulse.
the fucking zipper. I'm like,
Why?
the swing's off, and I'm like, so did she fly off the fucking
Yeah,
swing?
that's
Like,
what
you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
swing is not running.
swing-
Everything else is running. Lights are dark at the swing already.
Yeah.
You know, the chains are coming down already. I'm like,
They're breaking it
They're
down.
fucking breaking
I'm like,
it down
Wait a minute. Hold on a
It just
second.
went up.
hold on.
Just went. They're breaking
we're
it
still
down.
in line
They're
for
just
it.
laying poles around by the woman who's laying face down.
They come in, they get this lady, and they fucking haul her ass out of there. I have no
way.
idea what happened. They were
Oh
just
my
laying there. Fucking
You
shot
remember?
off the
You remember the
swing.
Gravitron
Oh
Yeah,
the
hell yeah.
Gravitron.
The
in
Silent-
Rochelle? In Rochelle at Maymart Commons, they had set up the whole parking lot. They did the whole carnival.
Sure.
I'm on the Gravitron.
Damn.
It was the worst. It's the last time I've ever been on one.
Damn.
And yet, for everyone who doesn't know, it spins around so fast. You're just up
Oh,
against the
you
wall, and
suck.
you can kind of do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Spin
Right?
all the way around, go upside
Right.
down and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
This 3 down from me. This person's on the Gravitron. They just start throwing up, and it's just going right back into their own face. Right. And then they stop, and they get that person off. They clean it. This is like halfway through the ride, and the person who runs the Gravitron is like a BA. Like they just think they're the shits me out, right?
Yeah.
And so they're like doing moves and stuff on the Gravitron, which the core strength alone, like,
Yeah.
So at one point, the guy who was running the thing, probably a 17, 18-year-old kid,
Yeah,
right? Just
hotshot.
looking for his dad. He's like, he's
Running from something he did in another city.
yeah. He's against the wall, and he has his feet against the wall. He is straight out, perpendicular from the wall, as
Wait,
it's
his
like
feet
spinning.
against the
He looks
wall,
like
he's
Superman.
out. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out
Yes.
of here. He's staying up
And
like that?
I'm like
That's
9,
impressive.
and I'm like,
yeah, that's all.
you know, watching him.
You're like,
And
I
your
understand why this guy gets laid
Now,
off this.
he
thing.
had all these tricks and things that he would
course he
do,
does.
Right.
because
trying to
he
get laid.
knew the ride and he was in charge, and I'm sure he was able to every weekend. I'm sure he
We can do
fingered
that,
2
though.
chicks,
As
right?
human beings, we could actually, if
If
you
you
fast enough, you could do that.
Because
You know
you
how
have
to
the
do it.
strength. You have to like keep. you're essentially probably pushing the whole time against from your thighs and then straightening.
Right.
So the problem is when you get on this thing, we walk around and you find your spot, right?
Yeah.
And so you're gonna see right away where this is going. There's a railing that you are like holding on to before you get onto your thing. So he's out perpendicular from the wall. It's spinning around and he looks so cool. But what he didn't think about is that because we had stopped halfway through, his clock in his head of how long the ride was was off.
Oh, God.
And so all of a sudden it stops and he goes face first down into the thing.
Oh, God.
Oh, that metal.
Yes. I just got off. It stopped. I ran off. I was terrified. I was
"Excuse me?"
traumatized. I watched this person throw up into themselves, and then I watched this guy curb himself onto a thing. I never.
Free ticket.
Let's go. Let's go. Up. Pay no mind. Step over the man. Step over the man.
He doesn't work
Don't
here
slip
anymore.
into vomit.
He doesn't
Or
work
the
here
blood.
anymore.
He's
He
not
doesn't
from
work
here. He's not from here.
Man, 2 tickets.
All right, we're gonna guess how old this woman is. I'll show you a picture of her. There she is.
Her tits are not too big to get on a
breasts
ride.
are not that
Not at all.
big,
No,
gang.
There she is.
Okay.
How
Very
old is
normal.
that lady?
33.
33.
I'm sticking with my
29.
guess.
29.
I'm sticking with 35.
35 years old. Get your answers in. Shout at your ham radios. This woman who's got pulled off of many rides and offered a chance to come back to a place where she cannot go on many rides again.
Sure.
27 years old.
Hey! I got it
that was
right.
close.
There you go.
man.
That's story 2 down the books. I'll give you a little taste of what we're going to hear in story number 3. A drinking game gone wrong in China. A drinking game gone wrong in China.
There you
Ryan
go.
Sickler is our guest. His new special is called Lefty's Son. You can watch it on YouTube for free. Comment, send it around, rate it so it
Share.
get that algorithm going. And and don't mind the dead lady on the ground. Just have 2 tickets! 2 tickets! We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, gang, welcome back to the show. I'm going to
Boom.
take us home. Shall
Take
we
us
do
home.
this?
Do
Here
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Sent in by Matthew Miller at dust_from_stars.
Okay.
Thank you, Matthew
Dust
Miller.
from
Thank you,
stars.
Matthew Miller.
A newer
What's that?
one, but I believe he's sent in before. 2 women padlocked their necks together and threw the key down the toilet.
Oh my God. What a nightmare.
Zhejiang, China. 2 women in eastern China had to turn to firefighters after padlocking their necks together.
Does that mean
and
like a
flush
bike
the key
lock?
down the toilet.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think
in
that's
a drinking game. They padlocked it. Yeah.
Well, they both lost.
You know that old drinking game called Getting Drunk?
yeah. What is the game?
That
You know what
become-
though? Not to Byron Allen this. Love Byron Allen.
Yeah.
This is your bit, man. Alcohol makes you
alcohol
do this.
makes you do this.
Weed would never make
Weed
me
would
lie
never-
my neck to yours.
Weed
If we were both high as kites, and for any reason I was like, "Hey, you want to lock our necks?" You'd go, "No,
No, that's too much work.
I don't. You're trying to give me. You're trying to give me a panic attack.
Exactly.
Like
I don't want
alcohol. Alcohol be like, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Throw the
Alcohol
key
do-
away.
Like weed has the
We
ability.
would be like, put that key in a Ziploc bag.
No,
Fucking
we would be
magnet it
like,
to the fridge.
we would be like, go over to the table, set that key
Make a
down,
spare key.
and look at that key.
Make a spare key. Let's go to
This
the
is where
hardware
that key
store.
is.
Go to the hardware store right now. Come on,
and
be an
then look at
adventure.
the key, and you say out loud 3 times, "I put this key here," and then write a note to put by your bed in case you wake up.
Write
It'll
it
be
on
like,
your hand where you put the key.
I'm
going to
write it on your face because I'm going to be looking at it right here.
Face
Imagine
to
where
face.
face to face.
Face to
Is it
face.
face to face?
I think so.
Oh,
Oh, that's
That's what I'm thinking.
Can you imagine that? Or even head to head is not great. If we back to back would suck.
Do you know
too.
that
That's fun.
Randy and I in a movie, in Bubble Boy, the movie, we came in an audition for this movie to play Siamese twins. And we were like, Randy, they said, "What's your idea for it?" And we just started riffing in the room.
Like,
without-
what if like one woman was
one was a transition to a woman and the other was
a transvestite and the other was a
Orthodox rabbi.
Because we're like, just the idea that the rabbi had to go through rabbinical school with this person connected to the head.
Where
did
they,
they-
like,
that's
what
what
if
they-
they were connected at the head? So they're like, "That's great. That's so funny," because we were part of this like group of freaks in the freak show. So the head thing was the freak part. Jewish rabbi, also freaky. So they agree to do it.
prosthetic.
And they build a prosthetic that has like a thing that locked into place inside the prosthetic, so we literally were stuck together for hours on the set.
Insane. So I can't even imagine why you do this. Like
and then get drunk.
But using the toilet, everything
drunk,
driving.
because they were drunk and because of drinking. And the drinking people say, "Do you hear what that key said to you?"
Yeah, right.
You hear what he said? You better flush that down.
What if one of them's a raging alcoholic, the other one just is not?
Not at all. That's right.
Stone cold sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you motherfucker.
So this was a popular drinking game that became popular on Chinese social media. That may be the most unbelievable fact about this whole thing, that there is social media in China.
There is. It's called TikTok.
According to the paper, the unnamed women in what decade of their life? Do you want to do
20s.
it now?
They're in their 20s.
In their 20s? What do you think?
30s.
Teens.
Get your answers in. They're in their 20s. Way to
Oh,
go, Daniel.
You knew.
I mean,
From
that was a
Zhejiang
safe bet.
province caused the public uproar after chaining their necks together in a game of life and death. Public uproar? Public uproar. By the way, life and death sounds like just the regular life of a woman in China.
In China, especially.
Sounds like the Squid Games, maybe, if it will. On November 18th, the Hangzhou Fire Department received a report that two women were in trouble at a restaurant and had, quote, lost the key at a restaurant and padlock chain they were wearing around their necks after one of them flushed it down the toilet. After desperate but futile search for the key, firefighters had to cut the chain with bolt cutters. Footage shows the firefighter holding two women while a colleague frees them with bolt cutters, according to South China Morning Post. Holding them, did they have to stroke their hair? That was, I feel like, too much.
I mean, that is like...
You don't pet these.
No, but I think probably had to separate them as much as possible. So the
How?
bolt
Sparks
cutter...
are probably flying in their face.
Who knows? That felt like way much. Are firefighters in China as hunky as the firefighters here in the
course.
United States?
Firefighters
is
are
there-
beautiful.
Is there a
This is a different city. I want to make that clear. The firemen that I have seen and dealt with in Santa Monica, ripped, good-looking men,
Right, yes.
built, look like they can climb a fucking ladder.
That's right.
Hold a hose, handle it. Burbank here as well, same thing. Back home in Maryland,
No.
we had the volunteer fire
That's
department.
a different thing.
And you would hear the siren. And then they would haul ass, and it would just be out of shape people
Yeah,
that were 400 fucking pounds,
just out of
and
breath.
They come there with the stretcher, and you're like, oh man, we're gonna die. Bro.
We're gonna
You
die.
see
You
that
might
crew
die.
show up, you're like, I'm gonna.
You might die hauling me over there. It's like the Army Reserves. We
Yeah.
come in on the weekends.
Yeah,
the
no,
women,
these
the
guys
women.
are
Is this a
not.
beer league fire department?
That's right.
Yeah.
The women bought an iron chain and lock online, then asked the guests sitting next to them to put the chain around their necks as they walked in the restaurant from a local pub.
I would do that.
Would you do this?
I would chain them up.
100%.
One of the firefighters said, "We discovered later that the two girls had asked a male stranger at the next table to lock their necks in iron chains." Not a weird thing to ask a stranger, right? And
he
by the way,
did it.
Stranger turns back to his family. They wanted me
they
to
wanted
do.
to. That stranger
See,
was
this is my
Urban
thing,
Meyer.
guys. As
No, but like the idea that, I mean, how many men?
I chained your necks together. I let them grind on my lap. They
What's
wanted
wrong?
me to.
But I'm
honey,
telling
why
you.
are you mad at me?
I'm telling you guys, this
don't
is
like that. I
I
don't
say
even
this
know
is my
them.
thing as comics. The
Always say yes to it.
The gold. If somebody, I was like, thank you for this 15-minute.
Always
bit you
say
just
yes,
gave.
Dan. You're
Always
right.
say
Like
yes.
if I was in the room and they asked someone else to do it, I'd be so pissed off.
I'll do it.
I
No.
would need to insert myself in this story somehow.
Totally.
So, what percentage of dudes, for real, I don't have the answer here, do you think, if asked by two random women who are
100%.
like, will you chain our necks together and lock it?
For fun, right? I mean, they're making
If
it
they're
seem for
cute,
fun.
What percentage?
90% if they're cute.
I think 100 no matter what.
You think 100%?
I mean, obviously it's never 100.
There'd be
but
5% be like, bitch, get away.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. But it's
you're
in the
scaring
90s.
me.
It's in the 90s. Especially if they're saying like, "Oh, we're doing this goofy thing. It's for fun."
And then
We're
it
like,
comes
all right.
back to his family. I tried to tell him no, honey. I tried to tell him
They
no.
were very relentless.
One of the women flushed the key down the toilet,
That's the
and they
worst.
returned to their table to continue drinking. Wait, is that part of the challenge? So I guess you have to drink while you're tied with your necks together as well. The bewildered restaurant staff volunteered to assist to break the chain with pliers, but the women declined,
Nicks.
saying that it would be against the rules of the game. I don't think people are making these rules up. If you go to a restaurant,
How do you get
and they
out?
wanna I don't know.
they better-
Meanwhile, the dude who put the chain around the guy's neck said he would drive each of them home. Is that weird? Is that strange? He was like,
Of course,
I'll drive
he's
you.
in
I
for a
just came
penny.
here for some chicken fried steak, but I'll lock you up.
I'll drive you home.
I'll lock you
I'll
up.
lock you up. And I'll take you home.
And I'll take you home. Honey, they don't have a place to stay.
They don't have a place.
Honey, you guys take an Uber. I'll take these gals. home.
You sleep in the bed tonight, honey, and I'll be hanging out with them if you need anything.
Honey, you,
No, No, I'm just gonna help look for that key, hon.
Listen, I may be home in a couple of days.
Days. Somehow he gets locked up with him. Like, I don't know what happened.
It's going to take what it takes.
Honey,
It's going to take what it
this,
takes.
might be a
gonna be, huh?
this might be a three-necker right here, honey.
Three-necker.
Three necks chained together.
Back in and he's chained up with him. He's just shrugging like,
Honey,
can't find the key.
I didn't want to be rude.
I didn't want to be rude.
It's part of the game, honey.
cold.
It's part of the game. He's like over his shoulder. They're too
Part of the game.
You got to go in if you want to get out.
I'm supposed to be licking their necks. I don't know why.
honey.
I'm a
You are
bad
only
person.
going to make this take longer.
Yeah, that's it. You're ruining this.
No, I didn't drink.
Yet.
That's not my role is to make sure neither of these people cheat.
That's it.
I wanted to
I'm
get
like the
chained
ref.
up.
Oh, so you want them to die.
That's why there's a whistle on my
You
neck.
got 4 minutes and the Uber's coming. It'll be here in 4 minutes.
That's why there's a ball in my mouth.
Honey, in about 2 minutes, I'm not going to be able to talk anymore because they're strapping this ball in my mouth.
He's in there chained up.
No, I don't know why either. I don't know why either.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I got you an XL. Uber XL's coming. You got plenty of room.
Do you want to get in the chain? Because we can get you in the chain. There's just room.
I'm literally crying right now.
Sounds like you don't want to be in the chain.
He wants to stay so bad. He wants to stay so bad.
Yes, I'm coming home.
I don't know these girls.
I'm trying to be nice.
Honey, you don't. This is how the game goes.
You on TikTok?
As the story was widely published in mainland China, the woman experienced public criticism. One online commenter said, "Don't they have anything better to do? It's just confusing. Please don't waste public resources. The firefighters are already busy." No, the firefighters left 2 burning buildings with people in them to come and do this thing right here. And they called for backup, right? As alcohol consumption rises at a steady rate in China, drinking games are becoming more and more popular among young people in the country. In one such game called Guessing Toothpick, that's a game. Participants must estimate how many toothpicks a player is holding. So this is just Rain Man?
It's Rain Man. Yeah.
Rain Man.
That's jelly beans.
That's right. The person who gets closest
Why
to the
don't
true
you just play
amount of
bullshit?
drinks.
Yeah.
In another game called Game, players take turns counting. Whoever shouts out a multiple of 7 must drink.
What?
You just take turns counting, and if you shout out a multiple of 7.
Oh, so you like 49.
Yeah,
and you,
I love that it's just called Game.
God, could you
That's
imagine if we could go to China now and just show them Flip Cup?
quarters.
We would
Quarters.
just revolutionize.
That just, I mean, questions.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sink
God.
the Bismarck.
I love that, like all
Zoom,
of
Schwartz, Figliano,
Zoom,
and Smith.
Schwartz, Figliano, and Smith. That all of China is basically like a high school senior right now
Yep.
with like drinking
Yeah,
games
For the
Like,
first time.
It's like, you know, how it just they
Or like
do
an
stupid
Amish
stuff.
kid on a Rumspringer. Like they've not been out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
No.
is their chance to get out and do
And
all
they
the
are
dumb
getting
stuff.
fucked
And they are
up.
getting
getting
messed
messed
up.
up.
That is it. All right, I love it. There
Tears
you
in
go.
my eyes.
That was a good one. I love that. Tears in my eyes. Tears of joy. Tears of laughter, as it always is with Ryan Sickler.
Lefty's son. That's the special. Go to YouTube right now.
Watching on his page, subscribe to his page, listen to Honeydew. This is just one of our favorite people in the world. Ryan Sickler, thanks for coming on.
Thank
my
you
man.
guys, for real. Thank you all.
Happy you're here and healthy.
Happy
Thank
you're
you.
here and healthy and
appreciate
doing
you all
this.
hitting me up. I
Of
love it.
course. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.